Imagine this. A woman meets two men on the same day. One of them is objectively more attractive, taller, stronger, and has a jawline sculpted by the gods. The other, he's not bad-looking, but nothing remarkable. Yet, weeks later, she's hopelessly infatuated with the second guy. What just happened? It wasn't his looks. It wasn't his money. It wasn't even his charm. It was something deeper, something wired into the female brain that even she can't quite explain. This phenomenon isn't just a fluke. It reveals profound insights into attraction and connection. Once you understand these psychological triggers, you'll see why some men effortlessly make women obsess over them, while others get friend-zoned faster than you can say, just buddies. Let's get one thing straight. Infatuation isn't rational. It's a cocktail of subconscious cues, primal instincts, and unpredictable emotions. Women don't consciously choose to be infatuated. It happens to them almost involuntarily. And the men who trigger this reaction? They all share a few surprising traits that go beyond mere appearance. The enigmatic aura of a man can be incredibly captivating. Women often find themselves drawn to a guy who's just a little mysterious. There's a reason the man of few words trope exists. When a guy doesn't lay all his cards on the table, it triggers a psychological loop known as the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains fixate on incomplete stories. A man who doesn't reveal everything about himself leaves a woman's mind spinning, filling in the blanks and creating a narrative that makes him irresistible. This allure of mystery often manifests in subtle ways. Perhaps he shares a captivating story, but omits key details, making her eager to learn more. This intrigue prompts her imagination to run wild, and as she crafts her own narratives, she becomes increasingly invested in him. The ability to keep some aspects of his life private makes her feel like she's entering a world that's exclusive to them, a world where curiosity reigns and the thrill of discovery keeps her coming back for more. Now, contrast that with a guy who overshares on date one, his entire life story, his childhood pet, his third-grade crush. Does that scream excitement and intrigue? Nope, it screams, I've got nothing left to discover. The allure of mystery can be a powerful aphrodisiac that draws her in like a moth to a flame. The more a woman feels she has to uncover, the more she is likely to desire the man behind the mystery. The scarcity principle also plays a significant role in attraction. Think about this. Why is gold valuable? Because it's rare. Why do women chase after a man who doesn't seem entirely available? Because scarcity creates demand. A man who's constantly around, texting good morning and good night, making himself available 24/7, he's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, convenient, predictable, and, after a while, a little boring. The man who's selective with his time, who has a life beyond chasing women, who isn't always within arm's reach, that's the man who becomes a prize. This psychological principle drives the desire to pursue something that feels elusive. When a woman perceives a man as somewhat unattainable, her interest peaks, and she is more inclined to invest emotionally. Consider how a man might cultivate this dynamic by having hobbies, interests, and a social life that doesn't revolve solely around her. He might not respond immediately to texts, or may have plans that don't include her. This creates a sense of challenge. She feels compelled to chase after him, and with that chase comes an increased emotional attachment. The thrill of the chase can heighten her feelings, making her feel alive and engaged in the process of pursuit. When something is a prize, it triggers dopamine-fueled obsession, leading to a craving that can be hard to shake off. Another critical factor is the emotional roller coaster effect. Ever heard a woman say, "I don't know why, but I just can't stop thinking about him"? That's not an accident. Men who create emotional highs and lows without being toxic leave a chemical imprint on a woman's brain. This phenomenon is known as intermittent reinforcement, a psychological principle that makes slot machines so addictive. A man who's too predictable in his emotional responses? Boring. But a man who can be playful, then serious, who's affectionate, then teasing, keeps her guessing just enough to stay engaged. This dynamic can create a thrilling push and pull where she feels alive and excited in his presence. The unpredictability keeps her on her toes, making her more emotionally invested and curious about what he will do next. When emotions swing between excitement and curiosity, the brain associates that roller coaster with the person who triggered it, making him unforgettable. This doesn't mean playing games or leading her on. It's about genuinely engaging her emotions in a way that feels dynamic. A well-timed compliment, a surprise gesture, or a moment of vulnerability can all contribute to this emotional roller coaster, making her feel deeply connected and more invested in the relationship. The subtle dominance effect is another important aspect of attraction. This one isn't about being bossy or controlling, it's about effortless confidence. The way he carries himself, the way he makes decisions without over-explaining, and the way he takes the lead without asking for permission are all signals of a man who knows what he wants and moves through life with certainty. Women are biologically wired to respond to this. It's why nice guys who constantly seek approval often get overlooked, while men who project quiet self-assurance spark infatuation without even trying. Confidence is magnetic, and it creates an aura that is hard to resist. A confident man inspires trust and admiration. He embodies a sense of security that is deeply appealing. Think about how this manifests in behavior. A man who engages in conversations with a sense of purpose, who can navigate social situations without hesitation, and who displays a calm demeanor even in challenging circumstances. This subtle dominance is not about overpowering others, but rather about exuding a comfortable strength that reassures her. When a woman feels secure with a man who exhibits this kind of confidence, it can ignite a powerful attraction, as she perceives him as a reliable partner and a protector. Finally, consider the irresistible power of a man who is fully present in the moment. Here's the paradox. The moment a man stops trying to impress a woman, he suddenly becomes more attractive. Why? Because authenticity is rare. Men who try too hard come off as desperate. Men who lean into their quirks, who own their strengths and weaknesses, and who aren't afraid to be themselves, these are the men who stand out. But here's the secret weapon: full presence. A man who listens intently, maintains strong eye contact, and isn't distracted by his phone or looking around the room makes a woman feel like she's the only person in the world. This level of focus is intoxicating. When safety mixes with intrigue, it creates a foundation for deep infatuation that's hard to replicate. Being fully present isn't just about physical attention, it's about emotional availability. A man who engages in meaningful conversations, asks insightful questions, and shares genuine laughter fosters a connection that feels profound. It's about creating moments where she feels truly seen and valued. This deep connection can transform ordinary interactions into unforgettable experiences, allowing her to form an emotional bond that's difficult to break. Ultimately, a man's ability to be entirely in the moment not only enhances the quality of their interactions, but also deepens her emotional investment. When she feels that her interests and feelings are prioritized, it cultivates a sense of intimacy that can be incredibly powerful. The men women become obsessed with aren't always the tallest, richest, or best-looking. They're the men who tap into primal psychology, the ones who create mystery, scarcity, emotional engagement, confidence, and authenticity. Master these traits, and suddenly you're no longer just an option. You're the man she can't stop thinking about, the one who lingers in her mind long after your time together has ended. Understanding and embodying these principles can make the difference between being just another face in the crowd and becoming a captivating figure in her life. Ultimately, it's about creating a unique blend of intrigue and connection that resonates on a deeper level, one that celebrates genuine interaction while leveraging the subtle psychological nuances that drive human attraction.